The Pittsburgh Steelers were looking absolutely dominant this season, and then they hit week 15 and got absolutely exposed. So today, I'm going to be giving myself 4 seasons to rebuild the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the goal is to win them a Super Bowl. And since this is a Pittsburgh Steelers video, I thought it would be a good idea to wear a Lamar Jackson jersey. I mean, I just got to let you know what side I'm really on. But anyways, I mean, obviously this offense really isn't too bad, but I feel like getting a new quarterback is definitely crucial. But on the other hand, I mean, the Steelers defense is already loaded. I mean, this is easily a top 5 defense in the league. So obviously with the roster that they have right now, the Steelers are already a playoff team. I mean, I'm not too worried about us missing the playoffs in year number 1, but if we want to actually win a Super Bowl, I feel like we desperately need to upgrade the offense. And in year number 1, it looks like the Steelers are going to be making the playoffs with a 12-5 record, and better yet, they won the division. Looks like Buffalo's going to go 15-2 though, so they got the 1 seed. And to start off the postseason, we're going to be taking on the 10-7 Cincinnati Bengals. And so far, it looks like it has been a really close game, which is not surprising at all. I knew this was going to be neck and neck, but so far, there really hasn't been a lot of offense in this game. I mean, it's been pretty much all defense up to this point, but I'm going to try and go. I don't even know who this is. It looks like Pickens is going to be there for the first down. I might try and get the run game going though, because I feel like that is definitely the stronger part of this offense. So if we can get Najee Harris to go on a tear today, I feel like that's going to make it a lot more difficult on Cincinnati's defense. I mean, hell, man, the way our defense has been playing so far, if we score a touchdown here, that could be enough to do it, because obviously Joe Burrow has really been struggling today. I don't know where George Pickens is going. I feel like that definitely wasn't his route. I guess it was his route. I didn't realize he had the option to go both ways there. But anyways, either way, keeping it on the ground with Russ did work out for us, because now we're in the red zone. I might actually, oh, never mind. I was thinking about doing it again, but we're going to have Williams wide open for the score. So that is going to make it a 2-score lead for the Steelers. Now we just got to rely on our defense to close this thing out. And after that, it looks like we were able to hold on for the dub. So, I mean, this Steelers team is already doing better than the real-life Steelers, because they actually got a playoff win. But it looks like things are going to be getting a lot more difficult for us in the divisional round, because now we have to play Patrick Mahomes. And the only way that we sneak out of here with a dub is if our defense actually shows up. And so far, they have not been here. I mean, it is 14-0 for Kansas City. So we desperately need to get a score on this drive, preferably a touchdown. But if I have to take a field goal, I will, because in a game like this, you just need to take points when they come. I'm going to try and go, oh, dude, I probably should have gone for the tight end, but Williams is going to come in with it. But since he couldn't get the first down there, we need to get 7 yards to stay on the field, or else we're going to have to kick a field goal. Everybody's kind of locked up again though, man. So I'm just going to keep this on the ground with Russ, who does have the first. I feel like a lot of people forget that he still has legs on him. I mean, he is getting up there in age, but he can still run the football if he needs to. We're going to have Freiermuth wide open, so that might go. We're going to be really close to scoring. I mean, we are slowly running out of time, but I don't want to give Patrick Mahomes a chance to score before the half, so we'll let it run down to 9 seconds and punch it in with Harris. So we're still going to be down by 7, but I mean, at least we can go into halftime somewhat still in this game. And our defense actually did do a really good job in the second half of keeping us in this game, but it looks like we still weren't able to complete the comeback. So we are going to fall just short of beating Patrick Mahomes. I'm not going to lie though, man. I mean, I actually kind of like what I seen in the first season of this video, because that was a decent playoff run from the Steelers. I mean, we were 3 points away from taking Patrick Mahomes to overtime. So I feel like we definitely have a bright future. But anyways, to end off year number 1, it looks like Joe Burrow is going to be winning a well-deserved MVP. And for the second season in a row, we got the Super Bowl that nobody wants to see, and it looks like Patrick Mahomes won, so the Chiefs have three-peated now. That's gonna bring us to the first offseason of this video, and it looks like we are gonna be losing quite a few key players in free agency. I mean, we're losing both of our running backs, and honestly, free agency didn't have a lot of super solid players, but we did get a pretty decent pickup for the defense, because as you can see, we did end up signing DeMarcus Lawrence. But anyways, as I said, we are desperately in need for a running back for this offense, since we did lose Najee Harris, and I wanted to get a running back that is going to help this team out a lot. So I gave up a first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, and a third-round pick. But as you can see, we were able to get Bijan Robinson, who is a 83 overall right now. And I feel like Bijan is definitely going to help take this offense to the next level, but that's going to bring us to the draft, and we did get a pretty solid pickup. I mean, every time I draft a quarterback, it seems like I get Jalen Milroe, but he's usually the only one that's still left in the late rounds, and he always tends to be a steal because he's a 78 overall. With that being said, though, I am going to let him sit behind Russell Wilson for his first season. And in year number 2, it looks like we did kind of fall off a little bit because we're going to go 10-7, which does not win the division, but we did still make the playoffs barely as the 7 seed. And to start off the postseason, it looks like we have to take on the 13-4 Ravens in Baltimore. And I know I said I was going to start Russell Wilson over Jalen Milroe, which I did do, but he started to struggle halfway through the season. So then I ended up putting Jalen Milroe in, and it seems like it has been a pretty solid decision because he did go all the way up to an 81 overall. Either way, though, I mean, this is a very big test for your first playoff game as a rookie. I mean, this is definitely going to be a tough game to win. So I want to make sure that we get Bijan going as well because he is kind of the X factor on this offense. He has also progressed pretty well this season because he is now a 96 overall. So if he keeps playing the way that he has lately, he might hit a 99 by the end of the video. I'm hoping he'll still be with us for the end of the video because I think we only have him on contract until the end of next season. But anyways, I'm just going to keep this. Oh, never mind. Hold on. That should work. What a grab. That was not the best throw from Milroe because he was on the run there, but it's going to work out for us. So we are now almost in the red zone, 2 yards away. It looks like Bijan is gonna get us there. I'm gonna go for Bijan one more time here though, because after that the Ravens did get a stop, so it is 3rd and 2 right now, but I feel like keeping it on the ground is probably our best option. And it looks like we are 1 yard away from a touchdown. I mean, in case you haven't noticed, we are only down by 3 points right now. So a touchdown here would give us a 4th quarter lead. It is very early in the 4th quarter, so I don't think it would last very long, but we are going to be up. So if our defense can get a shutout for the rest of this quarter, we are going to win this game, but that is a lot to ask for. But it looks like we have a chance to put Lamar Jackson away right now. I mean, he's not going to make it easy, but there is only 8 seconds on the clock. So 1, maybe 2 more stops should put this game away. We just got to make sure that we don't leave anybody wide open. That was out of bounds, so we're going to catch a break. Or I guess it was a holding call, which is going to give us a break. So that's going to back Lamar Jackson up even more. That was kind of scary though. I cannot believe that nobody was on Bateman. I thought our defense was going to do a better job there, but either way, with 5 seconds to go, this is kind of a last second chance for Jackson, and it looks like that is going to end the game. So the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to pull off the upset in Baltimore to start off the postseason, which is going to send us to the divisional round. But once again, we have to play Patrick Mahomes. And my hopes of beating Patrick Mahomes in this game are definitely a lot higher than they were last season, because obviously we had to beat Lamar Jackson to get here. So we've already proven that we can beat good teams. And if we do end up scoring a touchdown on this drive, that is going to give us the lead. That's going to bring up a 3rd down though. So I got to make sure that somebody gets open here. I'm going to see if we can get probably Pickens open. Actually, nobody's going to be on Freiermuth, so I'm just going to take the open look. Before you get on me in the comments, I know that was Washington, not Freiermuth. I thought that was Freiermuth's route, but obviously I was wrong. I'm just going to try and go back for Pickens here though. He's going to be wide open too, so that's a huge play, and he's going to stay up for the touchdown. I cannot believe he stayed up through the contact, so he definitely earned that score, which is going to give us the lead for now. But once again, it looks like Patrick Mahomes did pull off a comeback in the 4th quarter, so we're going to fall just short of beating the Chiefs for the 2nd season in a row. I feel like we're getting close though, man. I mean, if we can get over the hump of losing to Patrick Mahomes, I feel like we're pretty much there, because we've already proven that we can beat good teams, because we did take down Lamar. But anyways, to end off the season, it looks like Mahomes is going to be winning MVP. And for the 4th season in a row, the Chiefs made the Super Bowl, but it looks like they're finally going to lose because the Eagles got the job done. But that's going to bring us to another offseason, and I was able to re-sign all of the important players, which did include TJ Watt, so I'm happy that I got that deal done. But that's going to bring us to free agency, and we did get 2 pretty solid pickups for the O-line, because we got Zach Martin and Taylor Motton. So I mean, this team's almost perfect right now. I mean, the defense is loaded, the offense is pretty loaded. The only position that I feel like we're still kind of missing on is wide receiver. So I'm made a massive trade by sending a first-round pick, second-round pick, third-round pick, and fourth-round pick to the Giants, but in return, we're gonna get Malik Neighbors. As you can see, heading into year number 3, this offense is looking pretty ridiculous, and Jalen Milroe has gone all the way up to a 92 overall, which is pretty crazy. And on the other hand, I mean, this defense is still easily a top 5 defense in the NFL, maybe even top 3. And it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers were able to have their best season yet, because we're gonna go 14-3 to win the division, but KC also went 14-3, so they get the 1 seed. And once again, it looks like we're gonna be starting off the playoffs against Lamar Jackson. It seems like Baltimore honestly hasn't been all that this season though, because they barely made the playoffs with a 9-8 record, and we are already on our way to putting this game away. That might do it right there, because that is gonna make it a 3-score lead for the Steelers. Obviously, it's not over yet, but we're in the 3rd quarter, so it's gonna be a pretty crazy comeback if Lamar can pull this off. And it looks like we actually somehow found a way to get a shutout against the Baltimore Ravens, which is absolutely insane. So it seems like this defense is already on a tear, but that win sends us to the divisional round, and this time we're going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And I feel like we're playing the same 3 teams in the postseason over and over again. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure our first playoff win of the video was against the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think we've played the Ravens 3 times now, and we've played the Chiefs twice. If we win and the Chiefs win, that will also be our 3rd matchup against them in the AFC Championship game. Obviously, we got to worry about getting there first though, because we are losing by 7 points to the Bengals right now, so I gotta make sure that we get the lead back here. This is kind of risky. I should not have taken that out. I mean, it did kind of work out for us. I don't know how we found Bijan Robinson there, because that pass was meant for Malik Neighbors, but I will take it. And that is going to be a first down from Pickens. So that is going to put us in Bengals territory. This route did not work the last time I tried to run it, but I'm going to see if we can get Pickens open this time. If he's locked up, actually, we could have Neighbors. I should not have thrown that. That was almost picked. That was a really bad decision. I did not think it was going to play out like that. That could have been pretty much the end of the game for us, because there's only 4 minutes left. So if we give the ball up without scoring here, that really could sink us. But we're going to find Pickens to keep us on the field. I'm hoping that he can get open again here too. I feel like the defense has kind of been focusing on Malik Neighbors for the most part. So Pickens has been open a lot today, and they did it again. He's going to be wide open for the touchdown. So that is going to tie this game up at 17 apiece. And thankfully for us, after that, it looks like our defense was able to get the stop, and there's only 28 seconds left in this game, and we have both timeouts. So I'm just gonna run it a couple times with Bijan so I can try to get us into better field goal position. I mean, we're already almost at like a spot where it should basically be a guarantee, but I'm gonna go for one more run here, and that is gonna make it even better. I mean, I'm gonna be pretty shocked if we find a way to miss this, but as long as we hit it, that should send us to the AFC Championship game. I mean, props to Joe Burrow. He put up one hell of a fight, just like I expected, but it looks like we are heading back to the AFC Championship game. And just as I expected, it looks like we have to play the Chiefs, who are also 14-3 in the AFC Championship game. And this is the game that we need to find a way to win, because if we take care of Patrick Mahomes, I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop us in the Super Bowl. I mean, this is kind of our prove it game right here. But anyways, if we can hold him to a field goal, oh, we're going to get an interception. Actually, never mind. We might be able to go into halftime with the lead as long as we don't mess this drive up. I mean, we don't have a lot of time to work with, but this offense that we have is really good. So I feel like we could get down there pretty quickly. I'm going to try and go for Malik Neighbors, and hopefully he can be open. So that's going to go for a first down from him, and he's still up. I did burn a timeout there though, so I'm gonna try my best to get out of bounds if we can get the ball here. That's a touchdown right there, man. That was terrible coverage. I mean, that did not take us long to storm down the field. This has been a crazy start to the game for the Steelers. We're coming back out here in the third quarter though, and it looks like we were not able to do anything with the ball to start off the half, because we did have a chance to make it a 2-score lead, but Kansas City's defense did stop us. So I'm gonna put our defense back on the field, and hopefully we can take Mahomes off again. I mean, last time we got a pick, and it's the same story here. He's gonna throw it directly at Patrick Queen. I mean, I knew we had a top 3 defense in the league, but after seeing what we're doing to Patrick Mahomes right now, we might be number 1. And after that, our offense was able to bring the ball all the way down to the 5-yard line. So we have a chance to take a stranglehold over Kansas City right now. I mean, Mahomes is never out, so this touchdown would not seal it. But even if we get held to a field goal, that will make it a 2-score lead, and he is quickly running out of time right now. So oh yeah, that's a touchdown too. Okay, that is a huge score for the Steelers. So we are going to be up by 14 points with like 5 minutes left in this game. So now I just got to hope that our defense can keep doing what they're already doing. But of course, I mean, I told you Mahomes is never out. And as you can see, he is going to make it very difficult for us to win this game because, oh, dude, come on. That's a huge pickup, man. But anyways, as long as we don't allow a touchdown, we are still going to win this game. But this is the one guy that you do not want to have in the red zone. So we got to make sure... Oh, come on. That's going to put them in the red zone too, man. I mean, they did just burn their final timeout, which is good news for us, but he's probably going to try and start taking shots to the end zone. Our defense has already picked him off twice already, though, so if we can force him into making another mistake, that would be a crazy end to this game. I mean, if we can pick Mahomes off 3 times in a playoff game, nonetheless an AFC championship game, that would be a pretty legendary performance from this defense. But one more stop is going to put it away because it is 4th and 1 now, and I can almost guarantee you that he is not going to put the ball on the ground here, but they are of course going to get the first down. He's not going to be, oh, never mind, I thought he wasn't going to be able to get the snap off there, but either way we got him. So Mahomes cut it very close. They brought the ball all the way down to the 4-yard line, but our defense is going to clutch up again, so that sends us to the Super Bowl. But anyways, I mean, it looks like to end off the season once again, Patrick Mahomes did win MVP. So that should give our defense even more clout because we just knocked off the MVP in the AFC Championship game. And it looks like the last team standing in our way is the 10-7 San Francisco 49ers. And up to this point, I mean, it seems like we have had our way with this team because we are up 14-0 in the 3rd quarter, and we have a chance to put more points on the board here, which would be big because they are obviously struggling to score right now. I mean, if our defense can get a shutout in the Super Bowl, that would just cap off one of the greatest defensive playoff runs of all time because we already knocked out Lamar Jackson with a shutout. I mean, I don't know if anyone's even gotten 2 shutouts in the postseason before, but I'm going to keep it on the ground again with Bijan and see if he can get something. He's gonna get caught, so that brings up a 3rd down. I'm just gonna try and run this route again with Pickens though, because for the most part this has worked out pretty well for us. Actually, we're gonna have Washington wide open. He's gonna be just short of the touchdown, but I mean, we only need 2 yards now, so I'm just gonna hand it off to Bijan again, and it looks like he's gonna be in for the score. So that is going to make this a 3-score lead for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it looks like we actually did it. We got a shutout win in the Super Bowl. I mean, this has been a legendary playoff run from this defense because that is now the 2nd time that they have gotten a shutout. I mean, we took down Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and the absolutely loaded San Francisco 49ers. So we definitely deserve to win the Super Bowl this year. So as you can see, to end off the season, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be hoisting a well-deserved Lombardi trophy. But that's gonna bring us to year number 4, which is gonna be the final season of this video. And I didn't get any new players for the team because we had to re-sign a lot, and I also had to franchise tag Patrick Queen, so we had no money to work with. So the team's pretty much exactly the same as last season, which isn't a bad thing because we are obviously capable of running it back with this offense. And we did lose a few players on the defensive side of things, but either way, this is still easily one of the best defenses in the NFL. And in year number 4, it looks like the Pittsburgh Steelers had another crazy season because we're gonna go 14-3, which does give us the number 1 seed in the playoffs. And to start off the postseason, for the 4th year in a row, we're going to be playing the Baltimore Ravens. And I was expecting our team to have a really good game because last time we played Lamar in the playoffs, we did sneak out with a shutout win. But it looks like he did not forget about that shutout because we are getting absolutely destroyed right now. I mean, it is 17-0, and he is at the 1-yard line. So chances are the Ravens are probably going to punch this in. And if they do, that is pretty much going to put our season away. I mean, it's not over yet, but we are down by 24 points. So if we can find a way to pull this one off, this would probably be the greatest comeback in NFL history because we have 6 minutes to put 24 points on the board. and nobody's open, so I'm just gonna throw up a prayer that could have been intercepted. I probably shouldn't be forcing passes, because if I give the ball up, this thing is guaranteed to be over, but I really can't afford to take too much time right now, so I kind of need to rush. That should be a first down, though. We're gonna have Pickens, who dropped it. So now things are starting to look pretty bad. I mean, it's 3rd and 10. If this doesn't work out, I'm probably gonna have to go for it on 4th down. We might have neighbors, but it looks like Wiggins is gonna be there. I don't know what happened, but this Baltimore defense has definitely tightened up a lot since the last time we played them. I'm gonna try and go for neighbors here. We kind of need him. Actually, I can just keep this on the ground with Milrow. We're gonna have the first. So we are technically not done yet. We're still on the field, but I feel like I kind of need to take a shot here. Everybody's locked up again, though, so I got to keep it on the ground again. I'm really trying to get somebody open here, but this Ravens defense is balling out right now. We're going to have Freiermuth open, though, so that puts us in the red zone. I mean, we got 4 minutes left in this game, so I've kind of accepted my fate at this point. I'm just trying to avoid a shutout, because that would be a pretty embarrassing way to end off the video. So I'm just hoping we can at least put 3 points on the board here. If we have to take a field goal, I will. I just got to make sure that we don't end this game with 0. We're going to get in either way with Bijan, so that is going to put us on the board. But with 3 minutes left in this game, I mean, this thing is pretty much all but over. And Lamar scored another touchdown after that to make it even worse. So we're going to take an L, 31-8, which is a very bad way to end off the season. But we won our Super Bowl last year, so it is what it is. I mean, it would have been nice to win back-to-back Super Bowls, but again, I'm honestly just happy that we didn't get shut out in that game. But to end off the final season of the video, it looks like Patrick Mahomes is going to be winning MVP again. And after beating us, it looks like the Ravens did go on to the Super Bowl, but they are going to lose to the New York Giants. But anyways, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It'd really help out the channel. And if you have any video ideas, feel free to drop them down below. I'll try to get to as many of them as I can. And while you're down there, make sure you check out my socials. I got everything linked in my description below. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.